Same payday, same wage. Josh is already losing before breakfast. Ben's already winning, and neither of them has spent a single dollar yet. The money landed in both their accounts at exactly 12:01 a.m., same amount, same job, same fortnight, but before either bloke even gets out of bed, the gap between them is already growing. Not because one earns more, not because one got lucky, and definitely not because one works harder. It's because of what happens in the first 60 seconds after payday. Most people think building wealth comes down to making more money. It doesn't. For most Australians, it's about what happens the moment the money arrives. Today, I'll show you 6 habits that quietly separate the bloke who's always wondering where his pay went from the bloke who's slowly building real wealth on exactly the same income. I'm Kim, and this is MoneyMind. Habit 1. Paying yourself last. This is the habit that quietly controls everything else. Here's how most people do it. The pay lands, rent comes out, power bill, phone bill, fuel, groceries, maybe last fortnight's takeaway, maybe that streaming subscription they forgot they still have. Everyone gets paid first. Landlord, bank, phone company, supermarket, then, if there's anything left, they tell themselves they'll save it. Usually, there isn't much left. Sometimes, there's nothing left at all. Not because they're irresponsible, because that's the order they've always followed. Now look at Ben. Same payday, same income, same bills, but the moment his pay lands, before rent, before groceries, before anything, $150 moves automatically into his offset account. No thinking, no decision, no motivation required. It happens every single payday, then everyone else gets paid from what's left. Nothing magical happened. Ben didn't earn more money. He simply changed the order. And the order matters because whatever gets paid last is usually the first thing that's skipped the moment money gets tight. And let's be honest, money gets tight more often than most people admit. The biggest difference between Josh and Ben isn't how much they save. It's that Ben never gives himself the chance to spend the money that was supposed to build his future. Habit 2, no buffer. A lot of people confuse a buffer with savings. They're not the same thing. A buffer isn't there for disasters. It's there for normal life because normal life is expensive enough. Your brake pads wear out. The washing machine stops working. The kids need new school shoes. The battery dies. None of those things are emergencies. They're predictable. They're just part of life. But when there's no buffer, every ordinary expense starts feeling like a financial emergency. Take Josh. His car needs new brake pads. The repair costs $280. He doesn't have the cash sitting there, so he chooses buy now, pay later. Problem solved for today. Except now, he's making repayments for the next few months on something that stopped being exciting. The moment he drove out of the mechanic's workshop, Ben has a $1,000 buffer. Same repair, same mechanic, same bill. He pays the $280, drives home, and barely thinks about it again. Next payday, he quietly tops the buffer back up. Life moves on. The repair didn't change. The price didn't change. The difference was preparation. A small buffer turns everyday problems into small inconveniences. Without one, even Tuesday can feel like a financial crisis. Habit 3, not tracking income and expenses. This is the quiet one because it doesn't feel like a habit. It feels like just not having time. Here's the test. Could you tell me right now within $50 what you spent last fortnight? Most people can't. Not because they're bad with money, because nobody's ever actually added it up. The pay lands, the pay disappears across 2 weeks, then payday comes around again, and the mystery repeats itself. You don't need a complicated spreadsheet with 12 different categories. You only need one number. How much actually left your account last fortnight? That's it. Most people who check for the first time discover a leak, usually somewhere between $150 and $300 every single fortnight. Money that genuinely can't be explained. Not one massive mistake, just little purchases that quietly disappeared. That's $4,000 to $8,000 a year that almost nobody notices until they actually look. Habit 4, bad debt. People on a wage like ours, it usually looks exactly the same. Buy now, pay later. It feels harmless because each repayment is small. $40 here, $25 there, $30 somewhere else. None of them feel like debt because none of them feel big, but stack 4 or 5 of those together and suddenly you're paying around $200 every fortnight before you've even earned your next pay. You don't think, I'm in debt. You think, I've just got a few payments going. The maths doesn't care what you call it. $200 every fortnight is over $5,000 a year, already spoken for. Money that's still paying off a TV you bought 8 months ago instead of working for your future. Habit 5, and this one's the expensive one. Not because it hurts today, but because it quietly costs you for years before you ever know. Waiting too long to invest. Picture Josh and Ben, same age, same warehouse, same wage. Josh starts investing $100 a fortnight when he's 25. Ben keeps meaning to start. He tells himself he'll begin when he's earning a bit more, when life settles down, when he's got more spare cash. He finally starts at 35. Same $100 a fortnight. Same retirement age, same investment. The only difference, he'd say, is 10 years. Those 10 years don't sound like much, but compounding doesn't work in straight lines. It works with time. The money Josh invested in his 20s has decades to keep growing. Ben's money doesn't. That's why someone who starts 10 years earlier can end up